Minula?
Minobula. That's the best possible permutation of those two words you could possibly find.
If by best you mean the most difficult to pronounce.
Yeah, well, if you're American, I suppose. I'm sorry, I'm a terrible racist. Anyway, on the Badger
America
Senpai.
is not a race.
On the Badger Senpai, we have on the top, we have a mortar. On the wings, we have Artemai. And on the bottom deck, we have double gats. On Fozzie the Bear, on the front, we have a Gat mortar. On the left side, we have a Artemis carronade.
On blue team, the Mad Hatters, we have the Gravitation, piloted by Madisamo. It is a Gat mortar Pyramidian with left side double Mercury, his ally, Sultry Argonian Bard. Thank Christ he is not using our names in the ship name this day as my screen lags for a moment. He has left side right side Gat mortar, left side Artemis Hades. Piloted by Zuka Ezrai.
Of course, Zuka Ezrai back with the Mad Hatters again after winning a tournament for the gents last night, part of the box social.
Also, we have another Fox in this game, so if we call that other guy Fox, there may be confusion.
Yeah, so we're just gonna have to call him Quafoxper.
We can call him like DJ Fox.
Q Fox. Yo, it's your boy Q Fox in the hizzy. That's what the kids say, isn't it? I don't know.
Maybe kids on like 90s sitcoms you have on VHS in your basement.
Yeah, well, no, actually, I've got my Fresh Prince Bel Air DVDs. They're all on DVD. There we go. I don't think there's anything wrong with liking Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
Oh no, it's a great show. What?
Yeah, it is a great show. Yeah.
Look, man, anyone who has anything bad to say about the Fresh Prince, I think he's gonna have to take it up with hers.
Whoa, shit! We got an internet badass here. Oh dear, Balana's getting mad, I think. Hee Balana wants to publicly apologize. That's apologize with a Z. Question mark, says Zuka. Were, ... Were, ... What are you, Balana? What are you? We're a Gat mortar art setup? Question mark, exclamation mark. Okay. Well, apparently it seems as if the Cake team did not inform Balana of their loadout, but that's besides the point because the Fozzie Bear is charging in a full head of steam here. The fire is down on the hull. The fire was down on the balloon, but they put out those fires. The Fozzie Bear is coming in. Why isn't he using that moonshine now, I ask? Oh, that's because he's trying to hydra up into the clouds, and that seems to be what he's done. However, he has not dropped the spot. He is still getting focus fired by the sniping fire of the Gravitation and the Sultry Argonian Bard. Oh, the Cake team are trying to get close. That is a brawly Pyramidian of the Gravitation. However, it does have a sniper side. And now Badger Senpai is eating it. Badger Senpai's armor's gone down. Fozzie Bear's popping hydro, raising up to fire on the Sultry Argonian Bard. The Sultry Argonian Bard's turning his short-range guns. Fozzie the Bear's armor's down, but they cannot capitalize. Only a little bit of hull health done. Fozzie the Bear tried to go for a moonshine ram, and we're getting focus fire on the Sultry Argonian Bard, but also on the Fozzie the Bear. Which ship will go down first? Gatling's raining in on the Fozzie the Bear, also the Sultry Argonian Bard. I think we might have a double kill. There goes Fozzie the Bear.
Where's Mortar Cake?
There's the mortar. There's the mortar. Oh, wait, and in a ram fight between the Mobula and a Pyramidian, who do you think will win?
Badger Senpai saying the Pyramidian, he is hydroing the hell out of here. It looks like he's trying to reposition behind the pier, but the gravitation. Oh, the
Oh
gravitation's
no,
not
but I
having
think
anything of it, and the
no.
Badger
Yep.
Senpai is now just showing him his rear.
Oh yes,
Oh,
gravitation has the tail of the Badger Senpai. I do not think they've got shoot vent. I don't think they can invade this quickly. Oh, boom. They tried to turn over, but it turned out disastrously.
oh, you can't do that to a Pyramidion. The Pyramidion is faster than you are, so they will be able to just run backwards.
Hmm. Yeah, well, that's the tricky thing about the Mobula. It's not easy to see directly below you. In
Well,
fact,
not.
it's
I mean, sure, but it's also like the least maneuverable ship in the game, so you really should figure that in close quarters like that, trying some sort of tricky maneuver such as that, you will just end up kind of flat in your face as the other ship sort of counters it.
well, I don't think he really had much choice. I think he could have
Well, I think
I think he could have
you just
he could
keep
have
your
hydered up, and if he turned around like 180 degrees, then descended, he might have gotten face to face with him again. But as it
that's a
stands, he just gave him.
possibility,
He just
but
gave. He just went up and then kind of went forward.
the thing
And
is
then
when you
kind of.
Hydra up and then Hydra back down, they're gonna have their gun arcs on you before you have your gun arcs on them, just because of the way how the guns are positioned on these ships. Uh, the Gatlings on that mobile are pretty high up, as are the weapons on the Pyramidion. So the ship that is lower will have an advantage.
Well, I think we can both agree that yeah, he ended up coming out the worst possible way he could, which was the Pyramidian's front guns on his undefended rear. I am ashamed in us, says Jacob Fee. Oh dear. Well, they're going to have to get over that mounting shame and form some sort of a counterattack here against the gents. Gents, true to form, forming up in a fixed position, waiting to snipe
You
the
know,
opposition.
this Pyramidion, something we don't see that often anymore, but used to be a very popular loadout. These two double Mercury. Like this double Mercury Pyramidion side is older than the concept of Gat Mortar. And we see people bring it out from time to time. Although it's similar to, it's basically like a Junker. Except Pyramidion, of course, Pyramidion being a little squishier, but also much faster ship, and as Pop Paradox would say, is able to control its engaged distance in all situations, which I guess comes up really comes down to the piloting style of the captain, whether you prefer Pyramidion or prefer Junker.
Well,
Because usually we see Modisama piloting the Mobula, right? At least as of late.
yes, we do. This is a change of pace for him to be piloting the Pyramidion again. And the Fozzie Bear is coming in. Fozzie Bear relatively unscathed. The Badger Senpai is just eating all that sniper fire, though. I think Fozzie Bear's going to get isolated here. The Badger Senpai is too far away, and the gents are behind clouds. This is an excellent defensive position for the gents. Fozzie Bear's going into this almost completely blind.
Yeah, and unfortunately, spotted this entire time.
Oh, and he hasn't seen gravitation. Gravitation's rising up to rain down the Gatling fire on the Fozzie the Bear. Fozzie the Bear firing on the sultry Argonian bar, but it's too late because those mortars are raining in from the gravitation on the Fozzie the Bear. Oh, Fozzie the Bear hits a ram, but to no avail as he goes down. And gravitation almost rams the sultry Argonian Bard. As the Badger Senpai comes in. Oh, Badger Senpai. No. Well, I guess the best the Badger Senpai can hope for is to keep high out of the arcs of the gravitation and try somehow to kill the sultry Argonian Bard. It won't be easy, and he's probably going to fail, but he's trying it anyway, trying to hydro up. But there's no more height left to get. They're already at the height ceiling. But they were hitting the unarmored hull of the sultry Argonian Bard for a bit there. Those double gats raining in. Gravitation going in on the Badger Senpai, but he couldn't descend fast enough as he gets rammed to death.
Unfortunately, the mortar from the Badger Senpai a little late. I think they definitely could have gone for an even trade there against the Argonian Bard, but just the mortar, you need to really hit those mortar timings. It's so key, especially when you're in a gap mortar versus gap mortar. Um,
Right. Well, now me and Gilda used to run the Pyrrha Junk, and it worked out really well for us. And I think what's so good about the Pyrrha Junk is that you've got one ship which can turn trifecta, a very defensive ship, very tanky ship in the Junker, and you've got you've got the Pyramidion, which is an interceptor. It can chase down opponents. It can ram. It's a very, very well-rounded, very versatile little combination.
yeah, I mean, yeah, the thing that, and that's the other thing the Pyramidion has that the Junker does not. Is that ability to ram is useful in so many different situations. Like if somebody is, gunning down on your ally, just give them a bump with your nose and knock out all of their gun arcs. And that's a play
Mm-hmm.
we see pretty often in these competitive matches. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Cake decides to go now with two failed engagements. I mean, I would hope they've realized a head-on charge will probably not work at this point, and that maybe they should be a little more sneaky, a little more tactical at this point. Although, with the gent's position, that will be pretty difficult.
Yeah.
Or the Mad Hatters, I should say.
Take another look at the Fozzie the Bear here. I mean, the Fozzie the Bear's kind of gimped himself in his loadout, I feel, because let's see, on his side he's got a Carronade art. Um, he cannot snipe with the Cake cannot snipe with the gents. Quite simply, the best they can hope for is for the Badger Senpai to maybe get some disabling done, allow Fozzie Bear to get close enough. That's the thing. The Badger Senpai's got nothing to protect himself because he can't go in and out of cover. Or maybe he can. Actually, there is this you see between the gents and the Cake team, there is this wreckage here. Maybe the Mobula could hide behind that and just kind of go up and down.
Potentially, but at the same time, the sniping ability of the Mobula is not on the same level as the sniping ability of the blue team. I mean, even the Junker by
Yeah.
itself has a third sniping weapon versus the Badger Senpai, and then you add in the two Mercuries from the gravitation. I don't I don't know if sniping is even a viable option here for Cake.
Well, the thing is, I'm just thinking of ways the Badger Senpai could protect itself while charging in.
And we've got some good Artemis shots going down the Sultry Argonian Bard, disabling a few weapons here.
You see, we've seen the Glowwater Thralls take the exact build that Cake are doing right now before, but they've taken it on Fjords, where there's so much more vertical movement. Oh, and there's no vertical movement available for the Badger Senpai as he's getting ripped into by those Hades shots, by those Artemis shots. Gravitation turning its front gun arcs around. I think he's going to go for the Badger Senpai. The Badger Senpai is looking really weak right now.
Well,
Fozzie the Bear coming in on the gravitation. Gravitation's gone over him.
Out.
Oh, Fozzie the Bear's all dressed up with nowhere to go, and that's a win for the gents.
Yeah, it really looks
boy.
like they tried to go for some sort of vertical play, but just at that distance, the Junker's still going to have arcs on you no matter how high you go, and yeah.
Well, there we have it.
The next map will be Duel at Dawn.
Ooh. Yes, the Hatters will be facing Cake again. Mad Hatters and Cake. That's a right little Alice in Wonderland tea party there, isn't it?
You know how to approach certain situations, certain matchups, things like that. You know, content that's useful for people who play Guns of Icarus online and want to get better. And just haven't really had the time to do that in the last couple months. And now with this other tournament thing coming up. But, down the line, once we've got a lot of great Guns of Icarus online content of all different types coming out, and we've really sort of nailed down exactly how we want to approach this competitive gaming concept, then we might start looking into, bringing some other games into the fold.
All right. Well, before we do any of that, here are the lowdown. First off, on the Badger Senpai, we have the Hades top, we have the mine launcher wings, and on the bottom deck, we have double Artemis. On the Fozzie the Bear, we have a Artemis Hades front, left side, Gat mortar.
And on the blue team, Mad Hatters, we have what?
That's right.
We have the old time's sake a squid, flown by Madisamo, Gatling, Banshee, Mine Launcher. So armor stripping, kind of semi-disabling loadout here, and his ally, the Furious Vicari, piloted by Azuka Esrai with the Gat Mortar, left side Banshee Carronade.
Horrific crash for the old time's sake, taking off half his permahull. Oh, but the Fozzie the Bear taking heavy damage as the Furious Vicari comes in for a ram. My computer locks up. Oh, but they do get it. They do succeed in killing him. And now the old time's sake and the Furious Vicari are doing a flanking maneuver on the Badger Senpai. The pincer maneuver is complete as the Badger Senpai is taken down.
Bro, do you even get mortar? What? That was...
Yeah.
The old time's sake wasn't even in that fight for a good portion of it. The Furious Vicari just comes in and rips apart the entire red team almost by himself. That was something.
The old time's sake kind of made this really high-speed ram into that pipe there.
How long has it been since you've flown a squid, my friend?
Well, he's doing it for old time's sake. It's been a while.
I wonder what the AE stands for.
Maybe that's like a clan he was in before the gents, and they flew squids all the time or something. I don't know. I'm just speculating wildly here.
Maybe he really likes Adobe After Effects.
He takes pride in using Adobe After Effects.
I used to do a lot of post-production for video projects, and Flying a Squid's a lot like that. For old time's sake.
It's not quite as good as it used to be, but there's still a certain charm to it.
Hey man, After Effects is great. Don't be hating on After Effects.
Yo, I ain't hating, dog. God, this is the most hip-hop broadcast we've ever done.
Well...
That's saying something.
I mean, when you think of Urge, you think of hip-hop, so that's unsurprising. The old time's sake, sort of... He's just...
Oh my god, old time's sake is way ahead of his ally here, but he's caught the cake team completely by surprise.
What's going on with this tar?
Popping tar. However, old time's sake just goes right on through it. Oh, and they've got the double gap mortar on the Badger Senpai. Both ships focus firing. They've caught the cake team completely by surprise.
How did it take Cake that long to see the squid? They should have... I don't know. Squid got right on them, completely unspotted.
They should have been looking around. That's the thing. You got to have all the crew members looking in all directions at all times. Now the Fozzie Bear's armor's down under focus fire. Oh my goodness, the Fozzie Bear goes down. Yep, there we go. A fairy empire. Matty's clan before he joined the gents.
Was that a Guns of Icarus clan?
Yes, Refburn is telling me. The Fairy Empire, they were part of it before they joined the gents. It came from a match where I was drunk with him.
That is a completely plausible story.
Yep, that's pretty plausible. Anyway, now the Cake team have respawned. They've respawned behind the Mad Hatters. But the Mad Hatters have been spotted, but the Mad Hatters are going to they're going to surprise their opponents here. Or they're going to go dead on. 1 on 2, okay. Old Time's Sake coming in, head of steam. Oh, going really low. Use that squid maneuverability to zone out the fire of the Fozzie the Bear. However, the Badger Senpai is continuing to fire on the Old Time's Sake. Old Time's Sake, a lot of fire spread around. He used to be... he's going to be in lots of trouble.
Nice Tar.
Furious Vicari coming in. Oh, great, great.
Old Time's Sake staying ahead of it. You know, I'm...
Oh, and the Fozzie the Bear, great turning there, right on the side of the Furious Vicari. However, the Fozzie the Bear coming in for a ram on the Furious Vicari. He rams in, takes down... Oh, where's the mortar? Where's the mortar?
There's no mortar. I mean, there's...
And the Fozzie the Bear now getting mortared.
There's no mortar
Vicari is so
on these
close
ships.
to a mine here. The Mobula's been putting down some mines. Oh, the Mobula's about to hit it. Oh my god, the Fozzie the Bear just hit his ally's mine, and the Badger Senpai hit his own mine. Oh my, you live by the mine, you die by the mine.
Well, specifically here, it is only died by the mine.
Yes. Well, they're not dead yet, and now the Old Time's Sake's firing on the Badger Senpai. The mines have backfired.
I don't know why. I don't know why the Fozzie the Bear's being so aggressive, because he has a Hades Artemis front, right? Yeah.
That's true.
So he has the red team has old long range weaponry. Blue team has none, but the red team is the one trying to rush them down and failing. So I don't know why they don't just, you know, chill out a bit.
Well, Fozzie the Bear is about to die here. The Old Time's Sake coming in. This could be the end of the match. As long as the Old Time's Sake doesn't hit that mine, it's perilously close to. Fozzie the Bear is going down. His armor's being stripped. And
here comes the Banshee.
There
or
we go.
The crash.
Yeah, there we go. Balloon was down too long and they crashed. Crashed into the ground. And there we have it. The Mad Hatters win this series 2-0. A very good performance, ambushing Cake with that squid. Good dogfighting. Yeah, what can I say? I'm looking forward to seeing the Mad Hatters versus the Glowwater Thralls, hopefully using a similar brawling style to the one they're using right now.